my initials painted in mine, so nobody takes them. Yeah, I literally have a pair at home. So this is the Wubbers large looping plier. There is a regular size. This is the large looping plier. A bunch of these I've already sold, and we just mentioned at the beginning of the show. You get $2.99 reduced shipping on these pliers. They're supposed to be $50. It is birthday. These are 26% off. Don't even think about it, Patty. I'm not even looking at you. These are 26% off. Okay, you know what? If you know Patty, these will just like sprout wings and take off out of here like that. But let her show you how this works, because it makes the prettiest wrap loops.
And it's
ever.
so easy. Did you know
Yeah,
that
it is.
I used to, even though I had mastered the loop before I had these, I could wrap loops. I would avoid doing necklaces that had hundreds of loops. After I invented these, I couldn't wait. I sat down in one evening and did a necklace with 100 beads,
Did you
which was
really?
200 wraps. Never would have tried that.
Never.
And
No.
so I did. Now I'm going to show you. Not only is it functional, but you can use it as a design element. When you use this larger one, it's engineered for 18 gauge wire. And what's really cool is it almost gives the effect of jump rings, but they're extremely secure. And so it really can contribute to your design in how you choose. Now, I got lots of questions about how to wrap loop to loop. So I'm going to actually demo that first.
Okay.
And show how you can wrap loop to loop without having to join with jump rings. This is, like I said, 18 gauge wire.
18 gauge wire.
And my absolute favorite thing about these pliers, besides the fact that they make uniform loops, is that I can hold my pliers in one hand. I don't have to switch hands the way the old method was.
Yes.
And I hold it in my non-dominant, because all I'm going to do is hold and watch this squeeze gently.
By the way, hang on, Patty, hang on. Hit record. Everybody hit record. Have you got record hit? Okay, go ahead.
Now, I pulled this down, and this one's going to go down next to it like that. Now, I like to slip it over just a smidge, because what that's going to do is automatically center my loop into the center of that. Now, if I'm joining loop to loop, this is where I do stop, add on my loop, and I hold them upside down just to get the first wrap going.
Oh, there's a good
So,
tip.
Yes.
Good
Now I crossed
tip.
it, and you'll notice nothing is moving, because they're engineered to hold this 18 gauge wire perfectly stable. And that way, my wrap just glides into place. So I go around about 2.5 times. And another little tip is I encourage you to do half turns, and then turn your plier. To do half wrap, then turn and wrap, because
Smart.
you have more control. Now I slip it off, I trim it, and I'm going to slide my bead on the other end, and this is where part 2 of the magic happens. I take my plier, and it's going to measure the neck for me. I just put
Okay.
it down against my bead and give it a gentle squeeze, and then I pull this over next to the jaw tight and down next to. Now I have to slide it over to make room to wrap the neck. I like to use my bent nose pliers. I just pull this
Oh, that's
up.
another good tip.
Yes, I pull this up next to the jaw and cross it over, and then I just fill in the space, and this just glides right into space. Now I use pliers to pull this, because I can get a good tension, and that makes my wrap glide into space where I can control it. And then I have my loop. And I'm going to trim. There we go. And you can see I have these perfect loops.
Oh my gosh, look at
So-
that, you guys. Look at that. You know what, Patty? And generally, here's what I love about this, is that generally people will think